Okay, go. So we already discussed about router. Okay, a router is a networking device which has been used for connecting two different networks, LAN to WAN, WAN to WAN, LAN to LAN if they are in the different network. That is the purpose of router. Here, a routing is nothing but a process of transferring the packet from one network to another network. Might be from LAN to WAN or WAN to WAN or LAN to LAN if they are in the different network. That is called as routing here. Okay, a routing here we can see if you want to transfer the information from one router to another router, it has to select the path. Okay, selecting the path for the traffic in the network or between the multiple networks is called a routing here. If you want to communicate between the two different networks, okay, we require routing or router. Router has been used for connecting two different networks. To communicate between the two different networks, okay, we have to use router to route the packet from source to destination. By default, different network cannot communicate with each other. If you want to communicate, they have to use the process of routing. Okay, routing can be done by a router. So this one we discussed. Okay, it's a layer 3 device operating at network layer. It has many ports and many interfaces are available. It's used to connect two different networks, LAN to WAN, WAN to WAN, LAN to LAN if they are in the different network. This function of router, okay, nothing but determine the path, which is the best path. For example, if I have multiple paths available, which is the best path? Okay, here you can see here. Okay, I have router here available, or R1 router, R2 router. I can connect directly from R1 router to R2 router. So this path available here. Directly also I can connect, or I can connect from first router to second router, R1 router, R2 router, via R3 router also. Okay, this is a way, other way to connect from R1 router to R2 router. Might be I can assume here router 1, R1 router, router 2, R2 router. I can connect through other router. So we have another path available here. Okay, here you can see another path. I can connect via this router also. Routers also I can connect. So three paths available here. Directly I can connect from one router to another router. I can connect directly. I can connect like considered to be a path A. Directly I can connect. This is considered to be a path A here. Or I can connect via another path, path B. Here this way, from here to here, I can connect. Path B, second path available. Other path, okay, path C. But which is the best path here? Three paths available, right? But which is the best path here? Path A, path B, and path C available. But which is the best path here? So path A is the best path. Why path A is the best path here? We have only two routers available here. Just now understood here. Right now, we here only two routers are available. We are saying path A is the best router. But when you are going to study about routing protocol uses multiple metrics. Okay, that time we'll study how they determine the best path. Right now, by seeing this one, router A to router B, we have only two routers available, but this router we have three routers available. Here four routers are available. So path A to path B, A is the best path. So router has been used for determining the best path. Okay, determine the best path here. Route the packet. Router used to route the packet from source to destination. That is the router activity. Routing the packet from source to destination. This is my source here. Okay, I consider this as a source here. Okay, source. This one is nothing but destination. Source and destination. Okay, router has been used to route the packet from source to destination. Okay, that is the purpose of router. Okay, so there are three functions available. One more function, nothing but router uses IP address for communicating. Okay, okay, here you can say three ports here, a route, three function here. A router, okay, it sends the packet. Okay, sending the packet from source to destination. Route the packet. Router, okay, what router will do? route the packet from source to destination. That is the function of router. Route the packet from source to destination. Best path determination. If I have multiple paths available, which is the best path that can be determined by router here. Last one is something about logical addressing. Logical address is something about IP address. That is the function of logical addressing. So right now we are going to configure IP address for the router. How to configure IP address for the router? So we can take a router here and we will determine how to configure router here. Okay, consider this as the router. Okay. This router has two fast Ethernet interface, fast Ethernet, FA0/0, FA0/1, fast Ethernet available. The model of the router is nothing but 2A11 router. Model number is 2A11. This is the router model. Okay, because some router does not have two fast Ethernet. Okay, this is the router which has two fast Ethernet. So I am choosing this router, 2A11 router. Here I want to connect two different network. What is the network I want to connect here? First network I can say 10.0.0.0. Okay, there is a network here. Another 20.0.0.0. When I say network here, it should be 10.0.0.0. Here 20.0.0.0. So I want to assign the IP address. So when I say network here, 10.0.0.0, that is network address. Okay, network address here. Submask I can take 255.0.0.0. That is submask. First IP is 10.0.0.1 is the first IP. Last IP is 10.255.254 is the last IP. Okay, broadcast address 10.255.255. 255.255. This is broadcast address. Okay. Similarly, okay, if I want to take 20 network here, so 20.0.0.0 is your network address. 20.0.0.1 is the first IP. 20.0.255 last IP. This is nothing but broadcast address. Okay, broadcast address. Now I want to assign 10.0.0.10 for FA0/0. Then I want to assign 20.0.0.10 for FA0/1 interface. Here in this router, okay, we can see FA0/0 is the interface available, FA0/1 is the interface available. So I want to assign 10.0 for first interface, 20.0.0.10 for second interface. This is the IP address I want to assign. Then for the PC here, okay, 10.0.0.1 is the PCI IP address. Submask is 255.0.0.0 is the submask. Gateway is 10.0.0.10 is the gateway. Okay, IP address, submask and gateway. Okay, if you want to communicate within the LAN, IP address and submask is enough. If you want to connect with a different network, we require IP address, submask and gateway. Okay, all three are required for us. If you want to connect with different network. Within the LAN, IP address, submask is enough for communication. If you want to cross the gateway, then we require IP address, submask and gateway. If you want to connect with a different network. Here, I want to connect with a different network, right? So I require IP address, submask and gateway. IP address, submask and gateway. IP address, submask and gateway. Okay, you can see here 10.0.1 is the IP address of the PC. But what is the gateway here? Gateway nothing but router IP address. Very important. Router IP address. You can see here 10.0.10 is nothing but interface of the router. Similarly, for this interface, I want to assign 20.0.1, right? Submask 20.0.0.0. But what is the gateway here? Gateway is nothing but 20.0.1 is the 20.0.10 is the gateway here. IP address 20.0.1. Submask 20.0.0. Gateway 20.0.0.10 here. 20.0.0.10 is something but IP address of the router. Okay, so I want to configure the same. So I want to configure the IP address, submask, gateway. Okay, and also I want to configure the same setup here. You can see this setup, same setup I want to configure. So first thing what I am going to do here, I can take a router, 2620 router. Okay, so this is a 26, not 26, 2811 router, because this router has two fast Ethernet. When it comes to 2620 or 2621 router and all, we'll have only one fast Ethernet. So this router I want to take, 2811 router I want to take. So I want to connect with PC here, first PC and second PC. Okay. So connect with the cable here. Another cable FA070, FA001. So this interface I want to configure with FA070 here available. Okay. So this is notepad, right? I can note down the IP address for the router 10.0.0.10 I want to assign here. So in FA070, in FA002 I want to assign with 20.0.0.10. In the PC I want to configure with 10.0.1 submask. So 10.0.1 is the IP address, submask 20.0.0.0, 10.0.0, 10.0.0.10 is the gateway. Similarly here 20.0.0.1 is the IP address, 255.0.0.0 is the submask, 20.0.10 is the gateway. Okay, IP address, submask and gateway. IP address, submask, then gateway. Here also IP, submask, gateway. Here this is the IP address for the router. Now I want to configure the IP address for the router. How to configure the IP address for the router? Okay, listen properly. How to configure the IP address here? So now I want to enter into the router, then go to the particular interface. After that, I want to configure the IP address. So first thing, when you enter into the router, it will ask a question, right? Would you like to enter into initial configuration dialog box? So we always give no command. After that, router comes to user mode. This is the user mode. Router comes to user mode. Okay. This is the first mode, right? User mode. Here, first command. What the command we need to apply? Enable command to move from user mode to privilege mode. Okay. So router, what will happen here? Router enter into privilege mode. Okay. It look like privilege mode. Okay. This is the privilege mode here. Now router enter into mode. Now I want to configure the IP address, right? We have to enter into specific configuration mode. Okay, interface mode, right? So I first thing I have to enter into global configuration mode. Config T, con space T or configure space terminal command. Then router will enter into global configuration mode. Config here. This is enter into global configuration. This is the command. Okay, global config. Router enter global. Now, if you want to change the router name, yes, you can change the router name also. So host name, you can say host name is the okay. You can assign the name for the router. I can assign R1 router. Okay, host name R1. Then what I have to do? I want to okay. If I change the host name here, okay, host name has been changed to R1 again along with config. This will be there R1 along with the config. Right now, I want to enter into the okay FA0/0 interface. So what is the command? Interface int shortcut is int interface. You can type interface also or int also you can type. Okay, so you can say interface FA0/0. Okay, this shortcut. Okay, if you want to assign complete command, yes, there is a command available, or you can say interface, fast Ethernet, fast Ethernet, fast Ethernet. Then you can assign 0/0 space 0/0. So both way you can apply. Okay, so you can apply interface FA0/0 as a shortcut, or you can apply interface fast Ethernet 0/0. Okay, both way you can apply. So right now I want to apply with FA0/0 only, right? So you can apply like this. Okay. Next thing, or directly you can apply interface FA0/0. This shortcuts. Next thing, what I can do here, router. If you apply interface here, router enter into specific configuration mode. How it look like specific configuration mode? It will be IF, -IF. Okay, bracket. This is called a specific configuration mode. Now here I want to assign the IP address, right? Simple command IP address 10.0.0.10 255.0.0.0. Okay. Okay. By default, all the interfaces are into shutdown. By default, all the interfaces are into shutdown. So what we have to do? We have to apply no shutdown command. Okay. Make the interface to up. So we have to know, we have to give no shutdown command. Shutdown. Shutdown is a single command, no space between them. Okay. No shutdown command we have to apply. No shutdown command we can apply after that. Okay. Next command we can give exit command. Okay. Router enter to, if I give exit command, router enter into, okay, configuration mode, global configuration mode. Okay. So this is the way we can apply the IP address for the router. One interface has been applied, right? Same as we can apply for other interface also. Okay. This is the first interface, right? Same as we can apply for second interface also. So directly also we can apply, or exit also you can give, we can apply here. If you want to continue with this one, yes, you can apply. Okay. What is the command? You can see here, same thing, right? So router enter, already router in the specific configuration mode. So now we have to enter this command. Already router in the specific configuration mode. Okay, global configuration mode. You can see here. Okay, this mode, right? So here I want to apply the IP address. Okay, so once again I have to enter this interface. Interface. Okay, FA. I can change the color here. Interface FA0/1. Okay, interface FA0/1 because this interface. IP address 20.0.0.10 255.0.0.0. No shutdown command. Then exit. Same command, same thing. So this interface, okay, interface FA0/0, okay, FA0/1 here, IP address 20.0.0.10 255.0.0.0, no shutdown command, exit command. So this is the way we can configure the IP address for the router. Okay, when you open the router, okay, this model router is 2811 router. When you open the router, it will ask you question here. We have to give no command. After no command, just enter into user mode. In the user mode, we can apply enable command, config T, enter into global config mode, host name. If you want to change the host name R1. Then you can apply interface FA0/0. IP address. You can assign the IP address for the interface. Then no shutdown command. No shutdown command. Why we are giving? By default, all the interfaces are in the shutdown mode only. If you want to enable the shutdown, we have to give no shutdown command. Then we can apply exit command. Finish. Similarly, you can enter into next interface, right? Again interface. Interface FA0/1. Okay, IP address 20.0.0.10 255.0.0.0. Okay, no shutdown command, exit. Okay, finished. Same thing I want to apply for Cisco packet address also. Okay, I'll configure here, open a router here. First thing it will ask a question, right? Okay, first thing what we have to do, no command we have to give, no command. Router enter into user mode. Here you can apply enable. Okay, config T. You can enter into global config mode. First enable command move to privilege mode, global config mode, global. Now you can change the host name here. Host name R1. Router name has been modified to R1 here. Host name has been modified, right? Next, you can enter into the interface, which is the interface you are going to enter here. Interface FA0/0. IP address. Okay, address. Okay, we can say 10.0.0.10 255.0.0.0. No shutdown command. Finish. Okay, no shutdown completed, right? Now we can see the router comes to changing the state from down to up here. Now it's up. So we can apply here the exit command because we need to configure the IP address for other interface also, right? Again interface FA0/1 here. IP address 20.0.0.10 here 255.0.0.0. No shutdown command. No shutdown. Finish. Exit. Interface has been configured with IP address. After configuring the interface, okay, what are the things we can do? Okay, so we can check the routing table information. Routing table information. We configure the IP address. If you want to check the routing table information, what router will do? Router take this IP address, convert it to network address, and store it in the routing table. That is the function of router. So we configure the IP address for the router, right? What is the IP address we configure here? We configure 10.0.0. Okay, 10. We configure 10.0.0.10. We configure. Similarly, we configure 20.0.0.10. Okay. So here we configure 10.0.10. Here we configure 20.0.10. What router will do? Router take this IP address, convert it to network address. What is the network address here? We already studied. This is the network address. Converted network address, right? Converted. This is the network address. So for 10.0.10, network address 10.0.0.0. 20.0.10, network address 20.0.0. Okay. So this network address will be available there in the routing table. Okay, 10.0.0.0 and 20.0.0.0 will be available there in the routing table. So what router is doing here? Take this IP address, convert into network address and store it in the routing table. So this information available there in the routing table. If you want to see the routing table, what is the command to view the routing table here? The command, the command is nothing but in the privilege mode you have to apply this command. Okay, show IP route command, show IP route command, show IP route. This command will give the routing table information. So to view the routing table, to view the routing table, we have to apply routing table. Routing table, we can apply show IP route command. Show IP route command has been used to view the routing table. Show IP route command has been used to view the routing table. So in the routing table information, what is available here? 10.0.0 and 20.0.0. Okay, this information will be there. So I can apply here. Okay, the router, the privilege mode we have to apply. Okay, show IP route command to view the routing table to verify whether it has been properly configured or not. We can see if I apply this command, show IP route command, I can see 10.0.0 available and 20.0.0 also available. Here's a /8. /8 means what? We apply the submask, right? 255.0.0. This is submask we applied, right? So 255.0.0. This submask applied. Here, this 255 has 8 number of ones. 1111, 1111, right? Remaining things will be 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, remaining values are 0 here. Okay, so remaining values are 0. So this equal to, okay, because like a 255 is equal to 1111, 8 ones are available. The next octet 0, right? 8 zeros are available. I'm just converting from here, okay, decimal to binary value. Okay, so this value is equal to /8. 8 number of ones available, right? This is called a CIDR representation, classless interdomain representation. CIDR, classless interdomain representation actually. Here we are, that's what we have 8/8/8 available. Okay, this is nothing but your network address along the submask available here. Okay, so now I want to assign the IP address for the PC here. Okay, so we already studied about how to assign the IP address for the PC. Open the PC, go to desktop, IP config. Here you can assign 10.0.0.1. Submask 255.0.0.0, 10.0.0.10 here. Same as I want to apply here. 20.0.0.1 here. 20.0.0.10. Okay, I assigned the IP address for the PC. Okay, here 10.0.1 has been assigned. 10.0.1, okay, 10.0.10 has been assigned. 20.0.0.1 has been assigned here. Now I want to check the connectivity from where to where here, from 10.0.0.1 to 20.0.0.1. I want to check the connectivity. Okay, if you want to check the connectivity, we can use ping command. Ping command has been used to check the connectivity. So I want to ping from my first PC to the second PC here. So my packet will be traveling from here through the router and reaches the other PC. So this is what I want to do here. Go to my first PC here. This is my first PC. Okay, in command prompt. So in the command prompt, okay, R1, okay, PC1. PC1 command prompt. We can apply the command ping 20.0.0.1. If it is success, okay, then we understood that I can able to reach from my first PC to second PC. So same thing I want to do here. I should get reply from. Okay, same thing I should get reply from 20.001. If I receive like this, reply from 20.001, bytes 32 bytes, time less than millisecond or equal to millisecond. Okay, TTL value 128. If I get like this, okay, it's success. Okay, and see here, go to your diagram, topology diagram, open the PC, command prompt, ping command, ping 10 dot, okay, 20.001 second PC IP address. Okay, this is first from my first PC. I want to reach the second PC. What is the IP address for second PC? I got to apply 20.001. Okay, if I enter, give enter command. Okay, so it will take few seconds. Okay, first time for first time. So you can see reply from 20.01 bytes 30 bytes, time less than 1 millisecond, TTL only 128. Okay, so it is communicating from your first PC to second. I want to verify how it's communicated. How I want to verify the trace. I want to verify via trace command. You can apply trace command also. Trace RT command. So 20.001. Okay, you can say 20.01. You can see my packet has been flowing via 10.010. So you can see here the diagram. So my packet has been forwarded to 10.010. Again from here it has been forwarded to 20.001. So this is the way we can check the communication. Okay. So we connected via this route two router. First, initially we connected via two router here. Connected, okay, two PC has been connected via router. Then we configure the IP address, right? First command, enable command, config T, R1 router, FA070, interface FA070, IP address, no shutdown command, exit, interface FA001, IP address, no shutdown command, exit. After configuring, you can check the routing table by using show IP route command. You can see 10.0.0/8 and 20.0.0/8. Here the C represents connected, directly connected. That's a C. So we are going to discuss about multiple protocol, static routing protocol, default routing protocol, RIP, IGRP, multiple routing protocol we are going to study. Okay, that time we'll see what is the value you are getting in the here protocol column. So the protocol information we are having. Then apart from that we have network address along with the submask information. Then directly connected, how it's connected, which interface has been connected. This information is available there in the routing table. Okay, then we check with the connectivity ping command here, ping 20.10 to check the connectivity. Okay, so okay, how router works here. Okay, if the configuration, if you configure the IP address for an interface, the router take this IP address, convert into network address and store it in the routing table. Okay, so directly configure IP address will automatically update the network in the routing table. Okay, so we have multiple commands available: show IP route command, show IP protocol, show interface serial 1/0, show IP interface brief command, show controller 1/0. Okay, this command we'll discuss. Okay, that one we'll discuss. Right now, what we are going to do, if I have multiple router available, what router will do? We are going to discuss. Here, okay, the router, how the router works here. When it receives the packet here, it search for whether the routes are available there in the routing table or not. If routes are available there in the routing table, it forward the packet. If routes are not available there in the routing table, it drop the packet. Okay, whenever router receives any packet, it check whether the packet, okay, the network address are available there in the routing table or not. Exactly, the destination network. Destination network is available there in the routing table or not. If the destination network is available there in the routing table, it forward the packet. If not available, it drop the packet. That is function of your router. Okay. So how router determine the best path? Okay, there are multiple methods available. So as per the hierarchy, prefix length, it determine the best path based on the prefix length, determine the best path based on the matrix value, best path based on the administrative distance also. So we'll see here what are the information available there in the router. Okay, destination network is available. Next hop address. Okay, apart from that, metric value as well as administrative distance. So this value and all we'll discuss while configuring the protocol, routing protocol. What is the metric, what is the administrative distance, we'll discuss. Okay, so and also next hop address also we can see when we configure the routing protocol. Okay, so what are the information available there in the routing table? Destination address, subnet mask information, next hop address, apart from that, metric and administrative distance. Okay, almost 5 main informations available there in the routing table. Routing table consists of destination network, subnet mask, next hop address, apart from the metric value and administrative. What is the next hop address? What is the metric value? What is the administrative value? We'll discuss in the routing protocol session. Okay. So right now we understood about network address and subnet mask. These are information available there in the routing table. So right now we are going to discuss how to configure the IP address for the router in router if you are having 3 routers. Okay, so I want to connect 3 router and I want to configure the IP address for the router. How to do this one? So I want to take 3 router here. So the router model number is nothing but 2620 router only, model number 26, okay, 2620 XM router is the router model number. Okay, 3 routers I am taking here. So first router, if you are connecting in the first router, is nothing but FA0/0. Second router serial 1/0. This serial 1/0. Serial 1/1. Serial 1/0. FA0/0. Okay, how to connect this router in simulation here? So I can take 3 router here. Okay, first router I can say 2620 router, right? 2620. Second router 2620 router. Third router. Again I connect it with switch. 3 switch here. 2 switch is enough. Then PC. Connect with PC also. First PC. Second PC here. So now connect a cable. Okay, you can connect a cable here. So first device, I want to connect a cable from PC to switch here. Again from switch to router, router to router. What is the problem here? The cable cannot connect to the port, that port, right? So here, why the cable is not connected? Because the router does not have the interface available. The ports are available. The ports are not available. So we have to add the port, or we have to add the module. You can say we have to add the module in the router. So when you open the router, we can see, okay, we have only fast Ethernet is available. There is no serial interface available here. I want to add the module here. Which module having serial interface? NM4AS. This is the module. We have 4 serial interface available. We can use NM8AS also. 8AS have 8 serial interface available. 8 serial interface. Here we have only 4 serial interface. So okay, for this lab 4 serial interface is enough. So I want to take the 4 serial interface here. NM4AS code. You can see here when I drag it, what will happen here? Just take it here and drag it here. Drag it down. When I drag it here, what says here? Cannot add a module when the power is on. Okay, so we have to turn off the power, then only we can add it. So first you can turn off the power here. Okay, switch off the power, switch off here, turn off the power. Then again you are adding the module, then turn on. Okay, so I have added the module here. Similarly, I want to add for other router also. Open the router. Okay, open the router here. Just power off the router. Okay, add the module and power on the router. Open the router. power of the module, power of the router, add the module, power on the router. Now connect a cable from one router to another. Now it's connecting properly. It's connecting, right? One router to another router is connecting. Another router is also connecting here. Connecting. So here the labels, I can see the device labels here. Okay, whether it's a FA070, serial 170, all the label I can able to see, right? Okay, but sometimes if the label is not available, okay, what we have to do? Go to options here, preference, options, preference. Here there is an option called always show port labels. Okay, always show port labels should be enabled. Then only display the label here. You can see if I disable here, what will happen? The labels are not available. Whether it's FA070 or serial 070, I don't know what is the label available here. So I have to give always show port labels here to display the label. Now I want to configure the IP address. Okay, for the each router I want to configure. You know, right? How to configure. So this interface I want to configure. Before that, I want to note down the IP address 10.0.0.10 here, 20.0.0.10, 20.0.0.20, 30.0.0.10, 30.0.0.20, 40.0.0.10 here. Similarly, this interface, this IP address for the PC, I can say 10.0.0.1, 10.0.1 here, 255.0.0.0, 10.0.0.10 here. Here I can say 40 dot because it should be in the 40 network, right? 40.0.0.1, 40.0.0.10 here. Okay. Now I configure the IP address for the router. Okay, how to configure here? Okay, you can open this the image here. I want to configure. What is the command? So you can say here, go to the router first time. When you open the router, it will ask a question. You have to give no command. Router enter into privilege mode, right? This is the first command. Router enter into privilege mode here. Okay. User mode. Router enter to user mode. Here, after entering, we have to apply, okay, enable command, same step. Enable command we have to apply. Router enter from privilege mode to global configuration mode. Okay. Enable command, router enter from user mode to privilege mode. Privilege mode, if I give config command, router enter to global configuration mode. Config here. Now I want to assign the host name. So I can say host name. I want to take R1 router, R2 router, R3 router. So first router R1 router I can say R1 router. That is the host name of the router here. So router when I change R1 here, router host name has been modified to R1. So config. Okay. Then I can say interface FA070. Okay, interface FA070 here 0 IP address 10.0.0.10 here 255.0.0.0 10.0.0.10 255.0.0.0 no shutdown command. We have to apply no shutdown command. Shutdown. No shutdown command. Okay. Then finally you can apply exit command. You can apply no shutdown command, exit command. Okay. When you give interface here the interface will be IF, right? IF here. Here also it will enter the specific IF command. So we can apply interface FA00, IP address, no shutdown command, exit command. This is the interface we can apply. Okay. Same as we can apply for serial interface also, but small change here. Okay. What a change you will see. Okay. So here this is the interface we applied. Okay. This is applied for interface FA070. So now I want to apply for serial 170 also. So I can apply here interface serial 170. Okay, if I apply serial 170, router enters the interface mode, IF interface mode. Here I can apply IP address. So 20.0.0.10 here, 255.0.0.0. It's okay. Then I can say no shutdown command also we can apply. No shutdown command. no shutdown command. Okay. So after that, what we have to apply? Okay, directly somebody say directly we can apply exit command. No, here we have to apply. Okay, after this command we have to no shutdown command we are giving, right? After this we have to apply clock rate. Clock rate. Clock rate 64,000 we have to apply. Okay, then only we can apply exit command. After that we can apply exit command. Clock rate 64,000 we can apply. Then we can apply exit command. So why we are giving clock rate, we'll discuss. Okay, so first we need to apply clock rate, then we can give exit command. Clock rate and then exit command. This is the way we have to configure the IP address of the serial interface. When you want to configure the IP address of fast Ethernet, directly apply interface FI000 IP address. You can assign the IP address here. No shutdown command, exit. Interface serial 170 IP address you can apply, but apart from that we can apply clock rate command also we can apply. Okay, so wherever serial interface apply, you can apply clock rate. So why we are applying clock rate here? So in real time, okay, in real time, if you want to connect one router to another router, okay, we are using serial cable. Serial cable has been used for connecting router to router. How it look like actually? How it look like real time? We have to use a modem, okay, for connecting here. So here this is the router, another router here. If you wanted to connect two router here, what we have to do? We have to use a device called modem here. From this router, I have to connect to modem. Okay, again this will be this router also connected to modem here. Okay, two pair of modems are required for connecting the routers here in real time. Modems also required. So why modems are required here? If I send some data, okay, in a very fast manner or slow, the modem will take care of, okay, synchronization. Modem will take care of clocking, so that my data has been properly reached the destination. In simulation, we are not using modem. We are directly connecting. So what we have to do? We have to manually assign the clock rate. Clock rate we have to assign. So where we have to assign clock rate? Okay, in a cable, wherever DC, okay, DC available. The cable, if this is the cable, right? The cable we can say DTE and DC. Okay, cable we can see DCE and DTE. Wherever DC available, okay, that cable type is called, that cable we have to apply the clock rate. Okay, wherever DTE is available, clock rate is not required. Okay, so how to find out whether the cable is DC or DTE? We have the command called show controllers. Show controllers. Okay, serial 170. This is the command. Show controller serial 170. If you apply the command, it will show whether the cable is DCE or DTE. If it is a DCE, we can apply clock rate. If it's a DTE, we can there is no need for clock rate. But the cable is clock. Okay, whether we have to I find out the cable type, right? So we cannot find the cable type for, it's very difficult to find the cable type for all the routers. Because of that, wherever serial cable available, you can apply clock rate. Wherever serial interface available, you can apply clock rate. If it is a DCE, it will accept the clock rate. If it's a DTE, it won't accept the clock rate. It will show some kind of warning message. No need to worry about it. Okay. If you want to find out the clock rate for, if you want to find out the DC clock, whether cable is DC or DTE, you can apply this command to find out. Otherwise, you can apply the clock rate for all the serial interface. If it is a DC, it will accept the clock rate. If it's a DTE, it won't accept the clock rate. So you can see here. Okay, I'll show you here whether the DC or DTE. Serial 170, right? Okay, no command. Enable command. Show interface. Okay, show controllers. Show controllers. Serial 170. Show controller serial 170. If I apply this command, we can see whether the interface type is a DC or DT. You can say DC. Wherever DC is available, you can apply the clock rate. Wherever DT is available, you can apply. There is need for clock rate here. You can see this interface. I'm just going to apply here. No command. enable show controllers here serial 160. If I apply here, it says that it's a DTE. So clock rate is not required. But instead of finding whether it's a DC or DT, you can apply the clock rate for all the serial interface. It will accept, okay, whether if it is a DC, it will accept the clock rate. If it's a DT, it don't accept the clock rate. Okay, so that's what we configure here. Okay, clock rate for serial 160. Okay, same as I want to configure for all the router also. For this router, both end are serial 160, serial 161. So you can apply clock rate for both interface. See here 160. Okay, here FA060. So this interface you can apply clock rate. This interface clock rate is not required. So we can configure the IP address for all the routers. Okay, so you can see here, go with one by one router. First router. So I configure the IP address for first router here. Interface FA060, IP address 10.0.10, 255.0.0, no shutdown command, exit. Serial 160, interface, okay, interface serial 160, IP address 20.0.10, 255.0.0, no shutdown, clock rate. You can apply this clock rate before also, no issues. Okay, no shutdown command, then clock rate also you can apply. Clock rate, then no shutdown also you can apply. Okay, exit command. Similarly, second interface, because second router have two serial interface available, 1/0 and 1/1. Both interface applied with clock rate here. Clock rate 64, clock rate 64 along with the IP address. IP address 20.0.20, 255.0.0.0, 30.0.10, 255.0.0.0. Same as here also. Here, serial 160, we have to apply clock rate. For fastest rate, clock rate is not required. But we need to configure the IP address for all the interface. Same diagram here. Okay. So now we can see the how to configure the IP address for the router. Same as we can do it here in all the routers. One by one router we can do. First router, I can enter into first router here. I want to configure. First enter into global configuration mode. You can assign the host name. Host name R1. Okay, host name R1 here. Router name has been modified, right? So what is the thing I have to configure here? I have to configure the IP address for the interface here. So this interface, right? Interface FA000. Okay, interface INT interface FA 0/0 IP address 10.0.0.10 here 255.0.0.0. No shutdown command, exit, finished. Okay, similarly interface serial 160 IP address 20.0.0.10 here 255.0.0.0. No shutdown command you can apply, clock rate also you can apply. Okay, both command you can say clock rate 64,000. Okay, no shutdown command you can apply, no shutdown command, exit command. So first router completed. So second router, even though if I configure the first router with a IP address, the interface is not up right now. It's still in the down. It's not turning to green. So once you configure this interface with an IP address, then complete link will up. Okay. So second router, I'm just want to configure IP address for second router here. Config T, host name, auto router, interface serial 160, IP address. So 20.0.0.20, 255.0.0.0. No shutdown command, exit. No shutdown command, clock rate also we cannot apply. Clock rate. Then we can apply exit command. So if I apply clock rate, you can see here this command applies only to DC interface, warning message. No need to worry about it. Okay. The clock rate, no shutdown command, clock rate and exit command you can apply. Finished. Next interface serial 1/1. So what is the IP address we configure 20.0.20, right? Next interface 30.0.10 here. IP address 30.0.0.10 here, 255.0.0.0. no shutdown command. Clock rate 64,000. Okay, then you can give exit command. Finished. Okay, third router, no command, enable config to. Okay, so here this interface what 30.0.20 40.0.10 interface serial 1/0. Before that I can assign the host name here, host name R3, interface serial 1/0, IP address 30.0.0.20. Okay, 255.0.0.0, no shutdown command. Clock rate 64,000. Exit interface FA050, IP address 40.0.0.1 here, 255.0.0.0, no shutdown command. Exit. Okay, finished. Configuration over. Okay, we config the IP address here. Okay, now you can see here, this is also turned to green, here green also turned. Everything has been turned into green. Okay, so now I want to, okay, see the routing table. Okay, we know, right, what is the command to view the routing table? Show IP route command to view the routing table. Okay, so what router will do? This is the diagram, right? What router will do? Here we configure the IP address for the router. After that, what router will do? Router take this IP address, convert into network address and store it in the routing table. So R1 router will have 10.0.0.0 and 20.0.0.0. Second router, okay, 20.0.0.0, 30.0.0.0. Third router, 30.0.0.0 and 40.0.0.0. Okay, so we can see here, I want to see the routing table, show IP route command. If I give show IP route command, I can see 10.0.0 and 20.0.0.0. Second router, okay, I want to check with routing table for second router, show IP route command. You can see 20.0.0.0 and 30.0.0.0. Third router, show IP route command 30.0.0.0 and 40.0.0. Now I want to check the communication from R1 router to my interface 10.0.0.10 and 20.0.10. Will they communicate or not? Okay, from R1 router, I want to ping. Okay, I want to ping 10.0.0.10. Okay, will it communicate or not? It will communicate because it's available there in the routing table. Okay, it will communicate, yeah, because 10 network is available there in the routing table, right? So it can able to reach. Okay, it can reach here. Second ping command I want to apply, ping 20.0.0.10. Will it communicate or not? Because 20 is available there in the routing table, right? 20 is also available there in the routing table. Will it communicate or not? Yes, communicate because it's available there in the routing table. So I want to check with 30, ping 30.0.0.10 or not. Okay, will it communicate or not? No. Why? Because it's not available in my routing table. In my R1 routing table, I'm not able to find out my, okay, 30 network. This is a routing table, right? Okay, I'm not able to find out my 30 network. Okay, here we have only 10 and 20 is available. Okay, how we will communicate with 30 and all? 30, I don't know, right? It's not aware about 30 network, right? Don't communicate with 30 network here. Okay, what will happen? Get failed actually. It won't reach out because 30 is not available there in the routing table. I want to see my routing table only. That if it's there, it will ping. If not, it won't communicate. What about 40.0.10 here? 40.0.10 also not available there in the routing table. Okay, 40.0.10 also not available there in the routing table. So what will happen? It won't communicate with 40 also. It will communicate with the 10 and 20, but it won't communicate with 30 and 40. Okay, so we'll check here in R1 router. So ping command. Okay, 10.0.0.10 here. 10.0.10. It will communicate. You can see here success here. Ping 20.0.10 here. Success or not? Yes, success here. Ping 30.010 or not? Success or failure here? If you give failure, so we'll get dot here, failure here. Similarly, 40 also it won't come in because it's not available there in the routing table. Okay, failure. Similarly, if I try for 40 also, 40 network here, it gets failed. Okay, it won't communicate at all. Okay, it can able to reach the network available there in the routing table. Okay, it won't reach the network which is not available there in the routing table. It's get failed here. But if you want to communicate, okay, if you want to communicate from my R1 router to R2 router, R1 router to R3 router, or I can say R1 router to 30 network and 40 network, I want to communicate. What is required for me? Require routing table. Okay, sorry, require routing protocol. The information has to be available there in the routing table. Require routing protocol. So what is required for us? Require routing protocol. Okay. So we have lot of routing protocol available. Okay. So we are going to discuss multiple routing protocols. Okay, we can say here. Okay, static routing protocol, default routing protocol, dynamic routing protocol, RIP, IGRP, OSPF, EAGRP, BJP. We have multiple protocols available. So we are going to discuss one by one protocol later. Okay, we are going to discuss. So today we discussed about how to configure the IP address in a router. Okay, if I have two router available, how to configure the IP address in the router. Okay, then also we discussed about how to configure the IP address if I have three routers. What we have to do, how to add the module in the router, and also we discussed. Okay, thank you.